CBSE has cheated lakhs of students who appeared for the class 12 board exams in 2018. The board has unfairly moderated marks using a method that Union HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar had called illogical and unacceptable and had assured would be abolished. So to the CBSE and the Union HRD Ministry, I have a question. Why did the CBSE continue to use a method of marking that the central government called an illogical menace? CBSE increased the marks of students, but the problem is that they increased the marks of different students by different amounts, and they didn't increase everyone's marks either. Unequal, illogical, discriminatory moderation of marks. And CBSE, don't even try lying that you didn't moderate marks unfairly. We have proof that you did. And it's hard, irrefutable data. See the number of people who scored 95 in maths this year? And business studies, again the peak at 95. And accountancy, towering 95 yet again. That is proof that CBSE's moderation was extremely unfair. How? Coming to that in a bit. But before that, here's a quick flashback about how we got here. 2 years back, my investigation on CNN News 18 exposed how the CBSE and the ISC had been practicing unfair methods of marking. CBSE was forced to act. 13 months ago, CBSE and 31 other school boards from across India had a meeting chaired by the HRD Ministry. At the end of the meeting, HRD Secretary Anil Swarup tweeted, "Consensus arrived at doing away with spiking of marks through moderation." Matlab, no more moderation. But hang on. This was the middle of April and some state boards had already started marking papers. So a petition in the Delhi High Court argued, why should CBSE stop moderation in 2017 if other boards were going to stop moderation only from 2018? The court ordered CBSE to go ahead with moderation of marks in 2017, which means that 2018, this year, was supposed to be the first year in which CBSE would stop moderation of marks. Unfortunately, that did not happen. And here's the proof we told you about. You know why these graphs have this incredible surge at 95? Because 95 is the random mark at which CBSE arbitrarily stops moderation. Let me explain. Say for example, you've actually got 85 in maths and the CBSE bumps it up by 10 marks to 95. But if you actually get 95, they can't possibly increase your marks to 105, right? So the CBSE just stops moderation at 95. Here's why this is so unfair. Consider students A and B. Let us assume they have exams in 2 subjects which will determine their college admissions. In subject 1, student A scores 95 and B gets 85. But B's 85 is moderated to 95, while A's mark stays at 95. In subject 2, A scores 95 and B scores 96. A now has 95 and 95, B has 95 and 96. Without moderation, A was 9 marks ahead of B. But thanks to moderation, A loses a college seat to B. And CBSE has been doing this unfair moderation at least from as far back as 2008. Here, the graphs tell their own story. The CBSE's own bylaws do not even mention any scope for such arbitrary spiking of marks, not even in the section regarding the moderation policy. Dear Union HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar, last year you said, and I quote, "For the last several years, boards have been inflating marks. This spiking of marks is unacceptable. It is an illogical menace," unquote. Then why did CBSE continue with the illogical menace? Did the central government know about the CBSE's decision to unfairly moderate this year's marks as well? And what can possibly be the excuse to defy a categorical assurance given by the HRD minister and the CBSE just last year? Why did the CBSE lie to its students that they will stop moderation? The CBSE will have to answer for cheating its own students and unfairly affecting their college admissions. My question today is, who will hold the CBSE accountable?